After Olisa, his parents, and his sister Dimma arrived Lagos, Olisa called Felix, his friend, on the phone. Felix, good day. How is work now? In Lagos with my people. Please, I said, let me remind you about the address you promised to give me once I enter Lagos. No worries, bro. Thank God for safe journey. Felix, I'm very busy right away. I'll send you the address once I'm done with what I'm doing. He ended the call. Olisa had a lot in his mind. He was so bothered with how his meeting with his sons and the game was going to turn out. Olisa could not hide his fears. After dinner that night, Olisa made his parents know how he was feeling. Papa, Mama, don't worry, my son. The feeling is normal, but I want you to know that you can't give up now. They are your sons and you are their father. Even though we all know that Nkem sent you so much, but that will not stop you from doing the right thing. I believe there is hope for us. It's true, said his mother, who could see fear in Olisa's eyes. Olisa, my son, you just have to be strong. You have to face your fears. It's either they accept you or they refuse to reconcile with you. But the fact still remains that you are their father, and I don't think you are doing the wrong thing. At Nkem's house, lots of preparations were going on. Tobe and Kaito, his brother, were gorgeously dressed. With Nkem, their mother, the celebrant of the day. She was in high spirits. After preparations, Nkem left for the event center. She was so excited to see the beautiful decorations and all the guests that were there to celebrate her. It was a colorful event. Also, there were lots of food to eat and drink. Nkem was celebrated by her sons as they sang her praises. They thanked their mom for giving them the best education. Mom, we love you so much, and may you live long to reap the fruit of your labor, prayed Kaito, as they danced with her. After the birthday party that evening, just a few guests and the ushers still in the hall, Nkem was talking with her mother when Olisa's parents walked up to her. She and her mom were surprised to see them. They screamed in surprise, Papa, Mama, you are here? You are in Lagos? How did you know about this event? Who brought you? As she was still asking, without giving them enough time to answer any of them. Though she was happy to see them, but at the same time curious to know who brought them, why they were there. She said in her heart, I hope it's not what I'm thinking. It must be Olisa's handwork. Okay, Mama, Papa, you are welcome. You know what? Have you eaten, Kim? She beckoned on one of the ushers to get some food for them. Don't worry, my daughter, said Papa Olisa. We are fine. We are not here to eat. Papa, I know, but you know it's my birthday, and you must eat something. Please just do me this favor and eat whatever it is. We'll talk about it after you are done eating. Olisa's parents still insisted they were not eating. Mama, Papa, what's the problem? I know all is not well. For you to leave the village and be here in Lagos, it must be serious. I'm already curious to know why you are here. As she was still talking, Olisa appeared from nowhere and knelt down before Nkem and her mother. Oh, not again. What? Shouted Nkem. No, now. Lisa, what are you doing here? Thought I've warned you that I don't want to see you around me. Who told you about my birthday? Please, Nkem, I'm very sorry, pleaded Olisa. Ken was already shouting in anger. Olisa, you just have to leave here now, chatted Nkem. Don't cause a scene here, Olisa. Don't ruin this day for me. Olisa's parents also joined Olisa to kneel down. They pleaded with Nkem. Nkem, in confusion, asked Olisa's parents to stand up. Papa, Mama, I don't like what you are doing. Stand up. Why are you doing this to me? No, my child, replied Olisa's father. I'm not going to stand up until you say you have forgiven Olisa, my son. Can't you see, Nkem? He has lost everything. Life has really dealt with him. He has suffered a lot. Please, my child, reconsider your actions. Nkem, you know that since Olisa left you, we have never supported him. Please, Nkem, forgive him. My daughter, since you came into our family, you have become a light. You brought us nothing but joy and happiness. Biko Nwam, show Olisa mercy. As they were still talking, Tobe and Kaito, who have stepped out to see their cousins off, were surprised at the scene they met. Asked Tobe, what's happening here? As they could see Olisa kneeling down, so they got an idea of what was happening. Well, I don't know whose idea it is to come to this place for this. I don't think this is the right time for this. So, who are these old people pleading with you, Mom? Well, I don't even understand, said Kaito, as he collected Nkem's handbag. Mom, let's go now, shouted Tobe in anger. Olisa cried, my sons, please forgive me. I'm very sorry for everything, whatever it is, but this is not the right place. This is not a reconciliation center, Mom. Let's leave here right now. They're already creating a scene over here, and I don't like this. Tobe, said Lady Zara, who have sat speechless all this time, not knowing what to do. Neither did she know what to say. These are your grandparents. They came to see you and your mother. So it will be disrespectful, my son, if you walk away on them without hearing them. Tobe and Kaito remained calm as they listened to what they have to say. Felix, Baristolu, and Ola, all present, they all intervened, trying to make Nkem see reasons to forgive her ex-husband and also for Tobe and Kaito to reconcile with their father. My child, said Baristolu, I know this is very hard. Olisa really messed up. He failed as a man. But we can't sit here and continue to repeat the same thing. We all know that Olisa did not do well. My child, please, reconsider your decision and forgive Olisa. Tobe and Kaito, please forgive your father. We know you are very hurt since he has come back to his senses. Please forgive him, my children. After several minutes of continuous talks and pleas from everyone, Tobe stood up and said to everyone, I appreciate your concern, the intervention in reconciling my parents, and thus we are not taking it for granted. But the truth still remains that we need some time. We are not denying the fact that he is our father. His blood runs in us. He just have to give us some time. Our mother needs rest now. My mother, as you can see, is still hot, and we stand with her at this time. We cannot force her against her decisions and will, and we stand by whatever decision she makes. Thank you all for your time as they left with Nkem and their grandmother, Lady Zara. Olisa's hope was dashed in pieces as he continued to weep like a child as they left the event place. He was so broken. His parents pleaded with him to be calm. It's okay, my son. You have done your best. You can't force anything now. You just have to allow things go the normal way, said his mother, who could see his son in pain. Bros, said Felix, as they stood in front of the event place. You just have to be hopeful. Don't lose hope, eh? I believe everything will turn out well. Your sons are already men, not just boys, so they need some time to think, and I believe they will also Nkem their mother. Thank you so much, Felix, for everything, said Olisa, as he entered his car and drove back home with his parents and sister. That night, Olisa could hardly sleep. He wept as he thought about all that happened that evening. Oh Lord, please help me. I'm losing my mind. My sons are my only hope. Olisa, you are doomed. What are you still living for? Himself. His thoughts wandered far away, restlessly, and his eyes could hardly catch sleep that night. Few days after Nkem's birthday, Olisa's parents were getting ready to leave the city. Back to the village that morning, when they heard a knock, Demma shouted Olisa, please help me check if it's Felix. He called me a few moments ago that he was on his way here. He wants to see Mama and Papa before they leave. Okay, brother, as she hurried to get the door. Demma was speechless and shocked. Olisa, who was expecting to hear Felix's voice. Demma, what's happening? He came out of the bedroom, brushing his hair. Please, my besties, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, like, and share this story with your loved ones and friends. This will really help this story get to a wider audience. Also, remember to comment in the comment section the moral lesson that you have learned. Thank you for your support. So back to the story. Olisa was turned to see Nkem and her sons, accompanied by Felix and Barrister Olu. They were all standing in front of his door. His heart skipped in fear. Oh God, please help me, said Olisa in his heart. As Felix said to him, my friend, you just have to go and sit down. I can see you are shaking. See, don't follow, said Felix jokingly, as he went close to sit with Olisa. Nkem greeted Olisa's parents as they welcomed them. After they have all settled down, Nkem said to Olisa, just like I have said before now, I have forgiven you. That was why I was able to recover miraculously. Olisa, I have no bitterness against you. It's just that your coming back made me know I still need to let go of all the hurt and pain your infidelity and betrayal cost me. We are all human and fallible. So, I forgive you, Olisa. I am not holding any grudges against you. I say this before your parents, our sons, and our friends here. It has just been God all these years. Olisa was shocked and also happy. He expressed excitedly, thank you so much, Nkem. Please forgive me for all my wrongs. It's fine, Olisa, said Nkem. Tobe said to Olisa, Dad, we miss you. Even though a lot of time have been lost between us, but we are glad to still have you here with us. We forgive you, Dad. Thank you so much, my son, said Olisa. as tears of joy rolled down his cheeks. This was unbelievable to him. My grandsons, said Olisa's mother, thank you so much for making this possible. You are indeed like your mother. She is an angel with a good heart, and my family remain grateful. Thank you, Nkem, said Olisa's father, who was also very happy. Tobe and Kaito walked to Olisa, and they hugged. Everyone cheered them. The atmosphere was joyous. My soul is at peace now, said Olisa. His sons also handed him a handwritten check. Tobe said to him, Dad, with this, you can start a new and better life. Thank you so much, my sons. I'm not expecting this. As he looked at the check, screamed, this is too much, my sons. Oh, Nkem, thank you so much. Baristolu, I'm grateful. Felix, my friend and brother, I am entirely grateful to you. It's nothing, bro, said Felix. Thank you all for giving me a second chance, and I promise to be a better person. As they were still talking, they heard a knock. Dima went to get the door, only to see a woman. Say, child, how can I help you? Asked Dima. Please, I want to see Olisa, said the woman. Are you his new wife? She asked Dima, who ignored her question as she went to get Olisa. She went close to Olisa and whispered into his ears. Olisa sprang up and followed Dimma. When he got outside, Amaka, holding a baby girl, exclaimed Olisa in surprise. Amaka, what are you doing here? And how did you get to know my house? Well, replied Amaka, don't bother yourself about how I got to find your house. I'm only here to set things right, is Olisa. Can I come in? We have a lot of things to talk about. Please stand there, said Olisa in anger. Which house do you want to enter? See, Amaka, whatever you have to say, let it wait till tomorrow. I have some guests in my house now. This is not the right time for any talks. So bye, Lisa. As he was about to close the door, Amaka now released the bombshell. Olisa, this baby here is your child. What? Screamed Olisa. And Dimma at the same time. Brother, asked Dimma, who knew that this was the worst time. Nkem and everybody inside, hearing Olisa scream, ran out only to meet Olisa weeping. So they asked Amaka what the problem was. Well, said Amaka, this baby here belongs to Olisa. I was pregnant for Olisa before I left his house to be with my boyfriend in Ghana. I never wanted anything to do with him. So that was why I never told him about the pregnancy. But I have had no peace since I had this child. Olisa, please forgive me. I'm very sorry. I have sinned against you, and that will do this child much evil if I don't let you know she is yours. Liar, screamed Olisa, who could not take the shock and disgrace. Before they could know what was happening, Olisa fainted. He was then rushed to a hospital. Nkem and her sons returned back to their house. Tobe and Kaito had to postpone their journey back to the States so they could make sure Olisa was fine. 2 days later, they came to see Olisa, who was feeling much better. He was so ashamed of himself. Father, said Toby, all this is in the past. I think all the proof you need is a DNA result of the child. Thank you, Toby. I'll do as you said. This will help clear off all doubts. Father, I want to leave now. Aunt Dema told us that you'll be discharged today. Yes, my son, replied Olisa. Thank you, my son. I heard you postponed your journey because of my illness. Thank you so much, my sons, for being considerate. It's the right thing to do, Father, said Kaito. We will be leaving back to our base tomorrow. So, Dad, we need to return so we can get our luggages ready. Thank you, my sons. As they left the hospital, Olisa sat on the hospital bed, thanking God for another chance to be with his sons. Nkem packed a lot of foodstuff for Toby and Kaito. Mom, said Toby, is this not too much? Thank you so much, my sweet mother, said Kaito. As if you know I don't play with my stomach, Mom. Mom, I know you very well. This will really take a long time before you visit African stores over there. So the next morning, Nkem drove her sons to the airport, and surprisingly, they met Olisa and Dimma there. Olisa was so emotional. Don't worry, Dad. We will continue to call you on the phone. Just make sure you take good care of yourself. I will, my sons, replied Olisa. After some talks, they hugged and bade farewell so they could go to check in their luggages. Tobe and Kaito left happily back to their base. They were grateful to God that their return back home was fruitful. Nkem drove to her office from the airport, while Olisa and Dimma went back to the house. Weeks after, the DNA result was out, and it was confirmed that Olisa was the father of the child. He was so sad about it. I just don't want to have anything to do with Amaka again. Amaka, you have become a nightmare in my life. Months after, Olisa started a phone accessories business. With the check his sons gave to him, Olisa has always loved technology. He stopped his taxi business and his life was better again. He missed his family, but he knew he could not bring back the hands of time. Amaka did all to come back into Olisa's life. Amaka called Olisa on the phone one afternoon. Olisa angrily replied her, "See, Amaka, you cannot use this child to entangle me. You are a gold digger. Amaka, you ruined my life, and you are here again to finish where you stopped, Abi. See, Amaka, if anybody sent you, tell them he did not see me, okay? I'm just talking with you because of our daughter. If you want us to be at peace, you have to maintain the line. Don't cross it to avoid any problem." As he dropped the call. Some years after, Nkem traveled to the US for Omogo in Tobe's house. She was so happy that she was now a grandmother. Kaito, her second son, now works with the government of the US. Olisa was so happy he had reconciled with his family. He could now speak with his sons freely. Life was better for Olisa, and he could not ask for more. Months later, Nkem insisted that she wanted to come back to her office. Tebe and Kaito bluntly refused. They told her she was going to rest for extra months before coming back. Mom said Kaito one afternoon when he came to visit Tebe, "You are not going back now. You already have a capable hand in Mr. Ola, and Barrister Olu is also there. So why the rush?" "My sons, you won't understand, but no problem if you insist." Nkem was so grateful to God for all his kindness and mercies towards her and her family. Nkem was happy that she was surrounded with the right people that loved and cared for her. Thank you so much for watching this story and staying to the end of this series. I really appreciate you all. I'm not taking this for granted. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Like and share this story with your loved ones and friends. Also, comment the moral lessons you have learned from this story so we can learn more. Until we meet again next time, stay blessed and bye!